an outspoken voice on the left side of the aisle. He joins me now. Senator Sanders, thanks so much for joining us. Good morning.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
We were just talking earlier in this segment about sort of a lack of urgency in Washington to deal with the fiscal cliff. From your vantage point, being a member of Congress, especially a respected member of the Senate, what do you think is possible from your years in D.C. at this point on any type of a large-scale deal, and what do you see as the most likely scenario moving forward?
Well, I don't think there's a lack of urgency. I think there is really a great deal of concern that the Republican Party failed to do anything. That it seems that in the House now, Boehner has no control over his extreme right-wing faction. I think the American people, Luke, are very clear about what they want. And what they want is to ask the wealthiest people in this country, who are doing phenomenally well, to start paying their fair share of taxes. There was just a poll out the other day which said that over 70% of the American people think folks that are making over $250,000 a year should start paying their fair share. They understand that 1 out of 4 corporations are paying nothing in taxes, and I think the American people are very, very clear throughout this election and in polling as well, saying do not cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And then you have over in the House a situation where the Republicans are saying, hey, we don't think billionaires should pay a nickel more in tax, but we do think there should be devastating cuts in programs that are impacting working families who are already hurting as a result of the recession. So that's the problem that we have.
And let's talk about one of those programs you mentioned, which is unemployment insurance. Obviously, it seems that the administration really believes it is very much a catalyst for economic growth. It has a stimulating effect. But House Republicans would probably never bring it up as a freestanding bill next year if it's not part of some large-scale or even small-scale agreement now. How much do you think unemployment insurance will be part of a final deal, and will it necessarily have to be part of a deal for it to get your support?
Absolutely. Look, we're in the midst of this horrendous recession. In real terms, almost 15% of our people are unemployed or underemployed. And you take away that unemployment check for people who have been desperately looking for work, it's going to cause real suffering for families. And as you've indicated, and I think economists tell us, it is an economic stimulus. The way you make the economy move is you put money into the hands of working families who then go out and purchase goods and services. So it is immoral, to my mind, to deny working families who are suffering from unemployment the help they need, and it is bad economics.
So do you think that in order to garner Democratic support, any final deal must have unemployment insurance extended?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But the key issue here, I think, and the American people are catching on, is that the problem that we have is we have a right-wing Republican Party in the House that is way, way, way out of touch with what the American people are thinking. To tell you the truth, I think probably the best course of action now is to see if we can do a discharge petition in the House. We have all of the Democrats coming on board, and you get 15 or 20 Republicans coming on board and say, yeah, you know what, the wealthiest people in this country can pay a little bit more in taxes. I think if you do that, we can rapidly move to a solution to this situation.
Nancy Pelosi has tried to do that, but so far the signatures are not there. Senator Sanders, I'll get you out with this one. Chuck Hagel, you served. He was a colleague of yours for a few years. Are you surprised by that criticism he's received from the left and the right over being the possible nominee for Secretary of Defense in the Obama administration's second term?
Well, I'm not all that familiar with Hagel's views on foreign policy, but he has been receiving a whole lot of criticism. How much of that is justified, I really can't tell you.
Senator Sanders of Vermont, thank you so much for joining us the day after Christmas. We appreciate it.